I want you guys to listen to a section of a song that I've been working on. So in this section of the song, I've actually used white noise 5 different ways. And I want to show you today how you can make your tracks a little bit more exciting by using white noise. What's up, gang, and welcome back to another episode of Inspired By, a series where we look at the musical trends, past and present, to understand the techniques so that you guys can make better music. My name's Will, and I make an assortment of music under the moniker Hushchild. Today, I want to show you some techniques that you can use to make your music sound more exciting just by using white noise. I think noise is something that can often be overlooked, especially as a new producer. You think about sound packs, kick drums, snare drums, hats, and then different types of loops. What key are you in? What's the best 808 to use for your mix? But a lot of times I find that white noise can enhance my mix just by using a plethora of techniques. There's other things that we don't think about in music, like how to distribute your music. And that's why I'm happy to announce that today's episode is sponsored by DistroKid. DistroKid make it so easy to get your music on all of the music streaming platforms. Many years ago when I first started releasing music, it wasn't automatically obvious to me how I would get my collaborators paid if they worked on a track with me. DistroKid can do this automatically for you, and this is through their Teams function. And what the Teams tool allows you to do is input the email of the person that you collaborated with, and then manually input a split percentage that you want to share the royalties of that song with. Now, your collaborator does need a DistroKid account, but when you invite them to the platform, they get 50% off. Now, let's jump straight into this video. I'm gonna play that same section of the track without the white noise, and then I'm gonna solo it so you can hear what we're doing. With this first element, I've just got a riser here with some phase on it. It just makes the white noise a little bit more exciting. There's some movement to it, and there's a natural kind of pitch riser to it as well. The second bit of noise actually comes from my RC20, and you can see that I've just got the noise turned on with a little bit of EQ here. And as you've seen in previous videos, when my magnitude is automated in, it automates a change in my track. And here we're automating some noise in. And then we're going into our first official technique of white noise. As we go through this track here, you can actually see that it's frequency shifted. And what that does is allow me to have, some really bright, thin white noise, and then some thicker, darker white noise that kind of moves and evolves through the track. That's a great way to, subtly keep some movement, almost like there's air pumping in between your kind of kicks and snares. Then probably my favorite way to use white noise is just to automate and EQ it in with some tremolo or auto pan if you're using Ableton. Again, super subtle, keep it very quiet in the back. Obviously, I've boosted all these levels so you can hear them, but again, that just keeps an element of excitement in your track. Finally here, I've automated the white noise with the utility plugin so that you have some movement. I'm going to show you another track at the end where I've used this as a kind of hi-hat technique as well. And then finally, we kind of have a noise crash that I've used at the end as we go into our new section with some EQ there. So now that you know what you're listening for, let me just play this again, minus the melodic elements so that you can hear it amongst my drums. Let me jump into another project where I've used noise in a slightly different way, still using the frequency shifter, some of the techniques that we've used, but as a replacement to the hi-hat layer. So for this particular example, there was already a lot going on in the track in terms of accents with the staccato 16ths of the chords and the other drum layers. So I understood that the track didn't need more rattle hats and pitched hi-hats and different things going on in the side pan. So what I did is I used noise for this and basically used the techniques that we've just looked at, but chop them up as audio layers, reverse some of those layers, or use the frequency shifter to create this kind of hi-hat pattern that pans around our heads. You can see I'm using the frequency shifter there to kind of pitch it. And it doesn't take a genius. All you have to do is just create a really short cut. You can see that I haven't done the entire beat. I've done like just over half the beat and then created a fade. This one doesn't really have the fade on it. And then later on, I've chopped these elements smaller. This one's reversed and then just added the frequency shifter. And then that allows me to have a subtle hi-hat pattern without having to have an actual hi-hat. So there we have it, guys. Did you guys learn something new? And what do you want me to focus on in the coming episodes? If you did learn something new or this isn't your first time here, please do consider hitting that subscribe button as it greatly helps out the channel. And if you're missing some of my videos and binge watching them, hit that bell icon as well because you'll get notified when the next video goes live. As always, visit the description below for anything that I've spoke about in this video or previous, like my Patreon, Discord, and how you can get involved in the new lo-fi live stream. But for now, guys, I thank you so much and I'll see you next time.